Good afternoon, y'all. We have just got in from church, and I am doing a new spin on what we call monkey meat. So I have a pound of ground chuck that I am frying up, and I am going to put in a packet of taco seasoning, a block of cream cheese, and about half a block of this. Okay, so I have my ground beef, or chuck rather, right up. I'm going to put in my packet of taco seasoning. That right on in there. Then I have a packet of cream cheese. This is at room temperature, okay? You don't want to do this cold. At room temperature. Okay, and I have about a half of a loaf of the fake Velveeta that I'm going to put in here with this. I'm just going to give this a stir. Just stir this around a little bit. Ooh, she's popping, y'all. She's popping. I'm going to add in, I've got some homemade Rotel. This is mild, so I'm going to add that in here too. We're just going to let this get mixed up real good, just like this. Alright, y'all, and it is ready. If I can get this up there to the camera, I'm dripping it everywhere so you can get a good see. It's delicious, y'all. It's super yummy. And lunch is served. Good evening, everybody. I thought tonight I would try something that I have never, ever tried before. So I got my Amish Pennsylvania Dutch cookbook, and I have never had split pea soup. Now, I know several of you guys probably have, but I just never have. So that is what I'm going to make tonight. Okay, so in my Instant Pot, I have 1 cup of washed, rinsed, split peas. Now, this isn't an Instant Pot recipe because I don't think that the Amish cook with Instant Pots, but you know what? This is a modified version. And then it calls for 1.5 quarts of water. I'm not so big on quarts, so I just doubled the water. Well, kind of maybe, yeah, doubled it. I've got 3 cups of water that's going in here. I don't do conversions, y'all. I need one of those magnets that has the conversions. I also have a cup of cubed ham. It said ham bone, but I don't have access to the bone of a ham, so I'm just doing that. And 1/8 of a cup of chopped onions. Pretty excited. I have a good feeling about this, y'all. I just do. It asks for 1/2 of a tablespoon of flour. It's just all-purpose flour. 3 tablespoons of butter, which I would normally put in more, but I'll just keep it at that. 1 cup of milk. We have a teaspoon of salt. This is a 1/2 teaspoon, so I've got to do 2. And then 1/8 of a teaspoon of pepper. I'm just going to palm that. Alright, I'm just going to drop that in there. I'm going to give this a little bit of a mix. Because I feel like I should mix it a little bit. So I'm just going to stir this around. Okay, now I am going to put this in the Instant Pot for, I'm going to set it for about, oh gosh, well, let me just see how it sets itself, and I will tell you. I'm going to plug her in real quick. 30 minutes. I think I might adjust that. Well, I'll look at it in 30 minutes. I'm going to put it on for 30 minutes. But I'm going to get my cornbread fixins ready, and I'll be right back. Alright, so now I'm going to start on my cornbread. I have 2 cups of self-rising cornmeal flour. And even though it's self-rising, I'm still going to put in a tablespoon of baking powder, just because I don't really trust it. Then I've got a 1/4 cup of sugar and 3/4 of a tablespoon of salt. We'll mix these ingredients up first before I put in my wet ingredients. Just like that. Now, I have a cup of milk, and I got this recipe also out of that Dutch Amish book. I modified it just a little bit because my corn flour already has sifted flour in with it. So I just modified it a little bit. And one well-beaten, I'm a liar, one well-beaten egg. And 5 tablespoons of melted butter. Just gonna mix that right in there. And I will put this in a baking dish after I get this all mixed up. Okay, I've got my mixture mixed up. I'm just going to spray whatever size baking dish this is. I don't know. I'm just spraying that down with some Earl. We're going to just pour my mixture right in there. And I've got my oven preheating to 425. I just got it right in there. And when my oven is ready, I will put this in there. And I'm also going to fry me up some squash and zucchini. And I have a little bit of the corn flour left, and that's what I'm going to use to batter it. Okay, I've got a couple of well-beaten eggs. Well, I say well-beaten, there's still a little bit of separation going on. But, and I've got my corn flour. I would normally double, like put it in my batter and then egg dip it and then put it back in, but I don't want to do that tonight because I am running short on time, so I'm just going to put it in an egg and put it in my little bowl. Now, I don't season this until it gets in the pan. Squash kind of has a natural sweet little taste to it, so you really don't have to do a whole lot other than salt and pepper when it's in the pan. So I'm just going to get all these kind of breaded up. This is what it looks like after it's breaded, and then when I get ready to put it in the pan, I will bring you guys back. And now I am going to start putting in my breaded zucchini and squash. And when I get this all fried up, I'll bring you back. this sit for about a minute or two after it's released before I open it up. Okay, y'all, it's ready for me to open it up. Woo, it's hot. You gotta be careful with these things. Okay, it looks interesting. Give me just a second and I'll take the phone off and I will let you see it. Okay, it looks real interesting. You can see my ham. Now the ham that I used was just one of those kind of oval shaped canned hams. And I used half of that. And I'm saving the other half for another recipe tomorrow. I don't know if this is what split pea soup is supposed to look like. But we're gonna give it a try. Once the cornbread gets ready, we'll be all done. All right, guys, this is my finished plate. My cornbread fell apart as I was digging it out of the dish because I didn't wait for it to cool off a bit. But I'm gonna try this really quickly. All right, y'all. I'll let you know whether or not I am a split pea soup fan. It's not bad, but it's not my favorite, so I will eat this. I need to salt it up a little bit more. But I'm not sure that this is something that's going to be on a rotation in our house. And for dessert, a little bit of cornbread with some traffic jam. Okay, so my thoughts on the split pea soup. I'm not a fan, but I'm not an unfan. So I guess if somebody made that for dinner, I would eat it. It just didn't taste like I thought it would. Like, I guess I'm used to eating sweet peas, so I felt like it should have tasted a little bit sweeter maybe. I don't know. Maybe the next time I make it, I might put a little bit of sugar in it. I know that might gross some people out. I don't know, there was just something missing. I don't know. But anyway, that is all the cooking that I'm doing today. I love you guys. But I want you to know Jesus loves you so much more. If you don't know him, please get to know him. It's really easy. All you have to do is believe and confess. Believe and confess. And ask him to take control of your heart. Give him your heart. Give him your life. Now is the time. We must look up for our redemption draweth nigh. I'm telling you guys. I love you guys. I love you so much. Have a beautiful evening, and I will be back tomorrow with some more.